There he is, David Kushner, everybody. David, nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You're playing a sold-out show here in Portland that's coming up tomorrow night at the Wonder Ballroom, and
Yes.
it's toward the end of your tour of North America, right?
Yeah, 3 more shows.
3 more shows. Wow. How's that been? I mean, this has been your first real sort of bona fide North American tour, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Has it gone all according to plan? Has anything jumped out and really surprised you, or has it been pretty basic?
Yeah, it's been fun. The bus is really fun. I love the tour bus, and yeah, it's just been really cool. Maybe my voice. I didn't know how healthy my voice would stay.
Sure.
But I mean, it's been great.
Cool. So I'm thinking you've got you just arrived in Portland earlier today, right?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So you've been here for a little while now. How have you been spending time? Have you just been hanging out on a cool tour bus or getting out and about in Portland? What's been going on?
No, yeah, I didn't take the tour bus. We were in California. I flew here, and then I love the wine country, so I'm staying in the wine country, just in an Airbnb.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. You had the chance to get out and about and see any of the wineries, anything like that?
A little while we were driving a little bit. Yeah, it was beautiful. It's so cool to see all the grapes in the field
and it's a good time of year for it too. Like a lot of people, as we get into the fall and stuff like that, it's there are a lot of cool things to see and do. So
yeah, it's beautiful.
I understand. So after this North American tour, you got a little bit of downtime, and then it's off to Australia in November.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta be exciting. Have you ever been to Australia?
Never. Yeah, so I'm going there, continuing this tour there. I have like 4 shows in New Zealand, Australia, and then I have a fun festival to do there too.
So that'd be cool because they're sort of getting into summer right now as the weather turns.
Yeah, they're on a whole different universe.
Yeah, exactly. That's super exciting for you. That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited.
So David, let's go ahead and set the Wayback Machine for like a few years here. 4 or 5 years. You're graduating from high school, and I understand that's really when things started to kind of take off for you musically and vocally. For those of us who don't know the story, just tell it, like, what was the catalyst behind that, or what was it that went through your head? How did that all start, if you will?
Yeah. I graduated high school. Excuse me. And I hated school. Yeah, it's just the truth. I hated it. And I didn't want to go to college right away. And my parents were fine with it. And I just got like a regular job, and I loved music. I loved video games. I was very obsessive over like weird hobbies. And I got like a vocal coach, and I started going to him. I would commute from Chicago to the suburbs like every other week and work with him. And then I started posting on social media and just all the things we have nowadays, TikTok and Instagram, and just singing covers, and then I started writing my own songs, and then it just kind of snowballed, and I didn't really plan to like be an artist or anything. And then and then my song Miserable Man was kind of like the catalyst for any like release that I've had. Released Miserable Man, and seeing all the feedback on that song and just the how it transferred over was crazy.
You know what else is crazy, David, is the amount of times that I've heard the story about, I hated school, I didn't want to go to college, I wanted to be a musician, and my parents were like, yeah, man. Which, like, me as a parent, like, because, blended family, we have kids who are actually about your age. Yeah. If one of them came to us and they were doing that, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I mean? But they've been
100%.
Supportive and cool with everything that you've been doing.
Yeah, way more now. I mean, I feel like once you kind of show for something, that's just how humans work. I feel like they don't really jump on the train until you show for something. But at first they were kind of wonky about it, but they were like really supportive, so they were fine with it. And I was just gonna do like a gap year type thing.
Gotcha.
You know?
Take some time to figure stuff out, right?
Yeah, or just figure out what I love to do, and just, it's part of growing up, whatever, you try and figure it out. But yeah, they're like my biggest fans now.
Nice.
They're like,
that's great.
Crazy, psycho. They know everything I'm posting. They know every other video that is posted about me that I don't even know.
Wow.
Like, oh, did you see that interview they talked about you? And I'm like, no.
So with your success, they become more helicopter-like, is what you're saying.
Yeah. They're so supportive and proud, and
that's great.
Thrilled to see everything happening. Yeah.
Do they get a chance to come out to your live shows as well on occasion?
Yeah, my dad was just on the bus for a little bit for a couple shows.
Nice.
And then they live in Orlando, so
okay.
So he was on for Texas to Orlando, and then And then they all came to Chicago to my Chicago show just 'cause that was like my hometown show.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then I'm flying my mom here tonight. She's landing here.
Oh, that's
so she'll
great.
be at the rest of the shows. Yeah.
Outstanding, outstanding. Hey, let's talk music for a bit, David. You just came out with another song, "Dead Man," which came out just about a week ago.
Yep.
And this has an interesting premise behind it. I'd like to hear what your take is on the song and sort of what the message is you're trying to bring
Totally.
with that tune.
Yeah, I wrote that one about just kind of like people that have ever done me wrong. Specifically, I feel like just for me personally, like people in the music industry can be kind of brutal, and yeah, just very like grabby with certain things that you can build and make successful and whatever. And yeah, I've had like a couple instances throughout the time I started and just now, and I wanted to write a song just kind of like the realization, like like people are always there's gonna be certain people that you have to be aware of and whatever. And but overall, Dead Man is just like I've been here before. Like I've had this wrong being done against me happen before, and like it's not gonna affect me the same way. Like I've learned from it. I'm not gonna let it like ruin my happiness in that moment, 'cause like I would become bitter and screw you guys, whatever,
Right,
and just
yeah.
like make it this whole thing and be angry about it, all that stuff. But yeah, it's kind of just like generally like you've been through something before, and like it's not gonna stop you, even though like you're the dead man in the war, like type stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then, of course, going back like 6 months now. I can't believe it's been 6 months, but that's, of course, Daylight came out.
Yeah.
Amazing tune. And one of the things that first struck me about that song was when you hear the piano. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this piano sounds like it's about 250 years old. Like, what's the story? I mean, were you going for that kind of sound? I mean, it's interesting how that came out. Like, did you find this piano and figure, I'm just going to let the squeaks and rattles and creaks stay in the song? How did that work exactly?
Yeah, well, no, none of it was intentional. It's because I just moved to LA this year. I have some roommates, and we just have a rental house, and the house came with a piano.
Okay.
And it is an old piano, but it's like really fixed up and nice. It's like some type of like Feinway or like Steinway piano. I don't even know. I can't remember what it's called. But that was just what we used, and we set up our mic outside, and we set it right up by the piano. And yeah, we didn't even know that the piano, when you're pushing on the pedal, it creates the creaks. And we didn't even know until we listened back to the recording. We're like, that's cool. Like it gives it character.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not just some like normal.
It's not
piano.
some slick produced sounding kind of thing. It's the piano itself adds character to the song.
Yeah, I love
cool.
recording all my songs with like noise that people would hate, like background noise, or like I love making it all effed up.
All right. That's an interesting take on like
I love it.
Said you took a mic and you were outside with this piano. That's what you said. So did you record the song sort of outside, if you will, or what?
Oh
what
no,
did you
sorry, I didn't mean like outside. I just meant like outside in our living room.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
there's still like noise and stuff in the room. Like you weren't in some sound dampened professional studio.
I hate going to professional studios. I love just like bedroom vibe kind of.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
Well, we have a great vibe going on here at the PNC Live Studio here at
Heck
KINK.
yeah.
David Kushner, thank you so much for coming by and playing.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you guys.
And I will leave you to it. Thanks again.
Thank you.